So we got 4 DeWalt blowers real quick. This is the Gen 1 20 volt blower, 90 miles per hour, 400 CFM. Gen 2 20 volt blower, 125 miles per hour, 450 CFM. Then we got the job site blower, which is 135 miles per hour, but only 100 CFM. And then we got the Gen 2 flex volt blower, which is 125 miles per hour and 600 CFM. So first thing I want to talk about is what batteries fit in each one of them. So the Gen 1 20 volt has a battery limitation. The biggest battery you could put in here is a 6.0 flex volt. So as you guys can see, now it's got the 6.0 in there, and there's literally like no room for anything bigger. Here's a 9.0, and as you can see, it's just there's no way it's gonna fit in there. That's whereas all the other blowers, this is the Gen 2 60 volt, and it has a 9.0 in there. As you can see, there's still plenty of space for even a bigger battery. And you can the 9.0, you can use the 9.0 on the job site one and on the Gen 2 20 volt blower. Then so here's the job site with the 9.0 and the Gen 2 20 volt blower with the 9.0 battery. And for those who don't know, the 9.0 battery is the same size as the 12.0 battery. So if you can fit a 9.0, you can fit a 12.0. Alright, so and also the next thing I want to talk about is pricing. You get the Gen 1. I actually got this on sale. These are normally with the 5.0 battery and the blower and the charger. They usually go for about $200, but at one point Home Depot had them for $100, which is a steal for this blower in my opinion. $100 is, you can't even buy a 5.0 by itself for $100. The Gen 2s with a 5.0 and a charger, they go for about $189 too. The Bear 2 for the job site blower, I want to say it's $129. That's the Bear 2. I don't know how much the kit is. The Gen 2 60 volt flex volt blower with a 9.0 battery and a charger usually goes for around $250, $259ish. Now, so that's pricing. Now I want to talk about just how they feel in general. So now I'm going to be talking about ergonomics. So the Gen 1 20 volt, as you can see, it's a very light blower, very comfortable. The cruise control is a little stiff. I mean, it works good, and it has like a natural balance, so it's pretty good. Now I'm going to be talking about the Gen 2 20 volt blower. It's very light. It's actually a little bit lighter than the first gen, and it's also very comfortable. Cruise control is actually, it's a little bit easier to press than the Gen 1. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about the job site blower. This one's also very comfortable. I have the extension to make this longer, but right now I was using it for a car, so I didn't need the extra length, so I kind of shortened the blower. But as you guys can see, it's very comfortable even with like just holding one finger. It's very balanced, very light. Selector right here, no cruise control, and you can kind of hold the speed too right here and just lock in at full speed. The flex volt. So now I'm going to be talking about the big boy, the flex volt Gen 2 blower. You can see this one's a little much heavier than the other blowers, and when you let it go, it kind of wants to rest like this, which it can kind of be a little bit uncomfortable because now you have to like hold it like this, and kind of have to hold it up, and then since it has so much power, you kind of have to like stop it from going back. So I think if you're going to use this for a very long periods of time, it can be a little uncomfortable, but the power is definitely there. And the cruise control too, it's very easy to use. So back to the job site blower, as you guys can see, here it is with the extension. It also comes with these three nozzles, like if you ever have to inflate like some inflatables, which is pretty cool. And you can literally put these like right here at the end of this extension or right before the extension, so that way in case you don't need the whole extension, you can take all that off. Then here are the cruise controls for all of them. This is the one for the Gen 1 20 volt, Gen 2 20 volt. I really like this cruise control. It's easier than the other ones, and you can just press the cruise. You don't have to push the trigger. Really nice. And then the one on the job site is just this little 3-speed selector. It's not really cruise control. And then here's the one on the Gen 2 60-volt blower. So I don't really have a lot of leaves or trash since it's summer, but here's the job site blower in action. By the way, this is not meant to blow leaves or anything. It's meant to blow like little debris, and it does a really good job at it. And then here's the Gen 1 20-volt. Actually, I had a dead battery on this one, so I just changed it. But here it is. And then here's the Gen 2 20-volt. So as you guys can see, this thing actually, even though it's only like a little bit more higher numbers on paper, this thing actually does blow much better. And I also found that it has a nozzle tip on it, but I found that it blows much better without it. So that's why I'm using it without it. Now we're gonna try the 60-volt. Okay, so here's the Gen 2 60-volt. So another place where I found this works really good is drying cars. Can't really see it, but it actually does a really good job. Also, like drying like the grill areas, like hard parts, like it just gets like all the water out of there. So the little job site one is pretty good for like car washing or detailing and wheels as well. That's pretty cool. And then this is the nozzle tip that I'm talking about for the Gen 2 20-volt blower. I just, like I said, like I took it off because I feel like the blower blows much better without it. This kind of like obstructs some of the airflow. So I'm not gonna be using it, to be honest. I'd rather use it without it. It just I'd rather have the performance. Now, if I was to pick one of these 3 blowers, I think my personal favorite would probably go and be the Gen 2 20-volt, just because it has plenty of power. It's not as strong as the 60-volt, but it's much more comfortable to use, and it has, like I said, it has plenty of power to blow some debris or some leaves. Now, if you really need the power, then of course, just and this is good enough, then go for that. If not, there's always like gas backpack blowers, like like the Echo 8010. If you really need the power, just go with the gas blower. But I think for me, I think I'm good with this one. This one's pretty good. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.